Hey, welcome back to Using on Switch. Back today with a Legacy League, just finishing off the league that we had with Dark Depths. And this hand actually looks pretty good. Turn 1 interaction, turn 2 Dark Depths with Urborg. And Hexmage is really nice, I'll keep this. Not too sure what my opponent is on though. Flooded Strand, okay, so most likely looking at a Swords to Plowshares deck. So, Thoughtseize here probably going to be pretty good. And thankfully, probably not a Wasteland deck either, so turn 1 Urborg is probably not going to be hit, which would probably put us back a fair amount here. Stage is really nice. Stage means if the Hexmage for some reason doesn't work, we have the backup of Thespian Stage, Dark Depths. As early as turn 3, thanks to Urborg giving Dark Depths the ability to produce mana. They also chose to shuffle with the Ponder, which is interesting. So I wonder if they're looking for land drops. Opponent's going to force this pitching impulse, so I'm more than happy for my Thoughtseize to be him to Tirak. Alright, I can hope to see a shuffle here. Opponent really digging. There is some thought to, if I draw hand disruption next turn, I could play Dark Depths, play hand disruption, and then untap with Thespian Stage open. But I don't mind just going for an early Dark Depths because we have a backup version. They chose not to shuffle. Oh, interesting. Okay. So this might actually be a show and tell deck. So now I really want hand disruption. Depths. Happy to go to their turn. Oh, they have Caracas? Rough. We do have a few outs to that. Pithing Needle, Wasteland, Crop Rotation. Spirit Guide isn't what I want. To be fair, I think I should have played... It's tough. I could have definitely played the Mana Confluence and just hardcast the Elvish Spirit Guide to have a second creature. Just to keep applying pressure and maybe put them in a vulnerable position. But I don't mind having the Thespian Stage combo online. The issue is that Caracas is obviously in play, so I'm not really going for it because my opponent is most likely not going to tap off the Caracas in their turn. I'm gonna brainstorm. This definitely makes me think they're playing a Show and Tell Omniscience deck if they're playing Seagate Restoration. And showing the Caracas probably means they're on a blue-white build, which can be pretty tough. Blue-white usually plays Swords to Plowshares, Teferi, and then things like Rest in Peace and Meddling Mage in the sideboard, which is pretty cool. We obviously saw an adaptation to green-blue Show and Tell at kind of the start to middle of the year. But only the one white source currently for my opponent, which is kind of nice. Wow, they're going for Show and Tell. Alright. I guess we just put in the Spirit Guide. Yeah. Just too fair of a hand, really. Here they get Grizzlebrand and Emrakul. So this is going to be an interesting one. I do like the Flusters. I don't mind having the Caracas, just in case they go for an early show and tell into Emrakul. Then we have it actual out in the main deck. The Not of This World can most likely come out. I'll quickly check. I do have, thankfully, a sideboard from Tom Hebb. So I'll quickly get that up. But it's just going to be an interesting one. They obviously can't combo too quickly. I don't believe they're playing Soul Lands. But it can be pretty quick. Nice. Alright. So we're looking at Rainbow Depths. And we're looking at Show and Tell. I guess Omnitel. So 2 Surgicals for Show and Tell, 3 Flusters, 1 Caracas. So we do want the Surgicals. And then we take out the Bog, Needles, Not of This World. It's interesting because I saw the Caracas, but hopefully we can play around that otherwise with like Stifle. So 2 Needles, Bog, and the Not of This Worlds. Alright. Hopefully we have probably a better hand. It was a little bit rough just having the Thoughtseize and Thalia with no and Hexmage with no backup, but see how this goes. This is just Hexmage with some hate from their side, which I don't think this is a keep. It's quite reactive. I'm gonna mulligan this. I do want to have a hand that's closer, and this is probably it. And I'm gonna drop the stage because I can go Hexmage mana here, and then Spirit Guide for Crop for Duck Tap. So drop the stage. Opponent is looking to keep 7 here. Turn 1 Duress, turn 2 Hexmage, and then we have Crop Rotation up with Spirit Guide. So pretty strong 6. Opponent goes to 5 as well. Brainstorm, Brainstorm, Omniscience, Seagate. I think here I just take the Omniscience. The double Brainstorm isn't too bad to see. But to be fair, I'm looking to really win this game as of next turn, so win on turn 3. So land from my opponent, and then if they want to Brainstorm like off a fetch they can, they could get hit there. So I'm actually just going to take them off a Brainstorm. I guess they can play this as a land if they really want to, but we'll see what happens. I'm assuming they play Flooded Strand Pass, unless they drew into something like a Ponder. Alright. So they look like they're holding up Brainstorm. I'm going to Brainstorm in response to that. Nice. They didn't have a force for that, so I am just going to crop right now for depths, and then pass, because if they do have naturally Caracas, I obviously don't want to make the depths now. And I don't think there's anything that that hits me hard for not doing the duck depths then. I guess we still know about these two at least. They haven't shuffled since the brainstorm, so one of those cards could still be on top, but it's going to be pretty hard for my opponent to hopefully get out of this. There's a strand. I'm gonna go for it. They could have something like Swords to Plowshares, but I'd rather make them have it. Wow, they were digging for swords. Okay. I'm just going to send this back. I don't think there's anything that I want to change. It is interesting to see Crop. To see Caracas, but I assume it's just a one of. And to be fair, we have Wasteland as a 9 of, because of Crops. I guess a 10 of, nearly, because of our Crop Rotation and Sylvan Scrying, so I am just going to send this back. Turn 1 Gemstone. We can hold up Fluster. Turn 2 Urborg. I feel like this is nearly good enough because the double crops are both pieces of the puzzle. So I'll keep this. I think like Dark Depths at the top would be really nice. Or Stage. Okay. That makes things a little bit easier. But having Flusterstorm up is really nice. So, if I play Urborg here, we have 2 mana to play with. We can float a blue off the Gemstone Mine, exile Spirit Guide, crop away this. We then have a blue floating, and then we have 2 black in Urborg and Dark Depths. We don't have another green. So I probably have to float green. Crop this away. We then get Dark Depths. We have 2 mana. We then have Elvish Spirit Guard to go off, so I feel like this is fine. Brainstorm's gonna be okay. Luckily, if they're looking to tap out next turn for Show and Tell, we do have the Flusterstorm. Interesting, just passing. I kind of just want to wait here because I want to do this with Flusterstorm back up. So I am actually just going to pass back to my turn. City Brass. I think City is still okay to play here over Stage because City gives me access to Flusterstorm while I try to green crop Dark Depths and then float to Spirit Guide, crop Stage, use the 2, copy Dark Depths. Because playing Stage doesn't allow me to hold up the Flusterstorm. I'm being pretty patient here. But I think it's okay. I think rushing this is gonna come back in my face. Wow, okay, that is passing. No land drop either, 7 cards in hand, so let's do this. Let's go float green, crop this. Let's get Dark Depths. Let's float 2, Spirit Guide, crop away Urborg. Stage. I don't think I want to use the Surgical here on Brainstorm to see what they have in hand. I think I'm happy just this is actually an interesting one, so let's just quickly cancel this. If this all goes well and then the Flusterstorm resolves, the Surgical's not doing anything anyway. But I don't want to lose to Moto where they make me pay mana here because I have it floating instead of using life. So I'm actually going to not do this. I'm just going to go for Stage. Okay, well now I think I have to use the Surgical to fire up this Flusterstorm. So let's take out Brainstorm. Just to add Storm. They have 1 force. They also have Venser, 3 more swords, Caracas. Okay. Can they... I think they can force 1 and then pay for the others. Which is pretty tough. Yeah. Alright. We will we will rebuild. No Teferi, interesting. Hex Mage is actually kind of nice. I'm going to play this out because it also deals with Teferi. Impulse is fine. Preordain is 2 bottom. Okay. Okay. Gonna attack first. They probably impulse in response, but we'll see what happens. No. Interesting. So it's not Teferi, it's not Show and Tells, it's between Impulse and Cunning Wish. Cunning Wish is scary because if they draw into Omniscience, then they have the win. And Impulse... It's probably actually Cunning Wish that I'm more scared of because it finds a specific card. Impulse is just look at the top 4. So I am gonna go with Cunning Wish. And then I'm just going to hold the Caracas. I think it's better as unknown information, and if I really needed to put it in, I can put it in off a Show and Tell. Alright. On top, on bottom. That's always scary. Teferi's okay. This is actually interesting. I think because we have Thespian stage already, I'm happy for them to not draw a card here and trade the Hex Mage for the Teferi. This also means they don't draw a card, which is nice. Crop Rot, nice. I'm just going to crop right now. Get Dark Depths. Pass. So 4 cards in hand, we know about 2 Show and Tells. Alright. Alright. As magic was intended. Well, there's stage. I'm just going to play out the Spirit Guide. That feels like a win, especially if they're not going after a piece of the combo. I'm pretty happy. Alright, scrying's pretty nice. Actually, I'll hold up Caracas just in case I need to. Wow. Alright. We get a turn. Thoughtseize. I still think it's better just to hold up the combo here. It'd be different if this was Urborg. Alright. It's the third sword. I think it's still just a fairy here. Double show and tell is a lot easier to play around knowing that we have it, knowing that they have it. Alright. Haha. Pedal. I am going to keep that. Yeah. Duress is pretty good. Wow, 3 show and tells. That's where I really wish I had surgical. I could be taking snow counters off the Dark Depths, but I don't want to use the gemstone mine up. Oh. The grind is real. Whew. Well, they're passing. So they've gone through swords, swords, swords. Definitely going for it. Fence is pretty good. Whew. Six mana. This is kind of scary because I did give them access to Urborg, which means they could hardcast a Grizzlebrand if they get to the mana. One Dark Depths, two Dark Depths, three Dark Depths, four. Oh wow. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually don't think we have a way to get out of this. I don't think we're going to get there with normal creatures, so I guess we'll take a draw step. Yeah. Can't beat that, unfortunately. Let's quickly play this last one. Good games, though. Pretty grindy. Just didn't line up well. Not having an extra storm and that force was huge. Rough. Seems like an interesting matchup. Both decks are pretty similar. The hand disruption definitely helps, and also having access to Flusterstorm. But obviously Show and Tell can just win out of nowhere with Cunning Wish and Omniscience. But hopefully we can finish on a win. That'd be really nice. Because that was a pretty big grind. I thought we had it. I thought we did. I didn't think my opponent would have an answer every time. But yeah, so this is the third league that I played last night. And it was pretty good. A lot of different matchups, which is nice. From just those three leagues, the format looks really good. A lot of different decks. I think we only played Rug twice, which is kind of nice. Played against some combos, some fair mid-range. Played against Bug Delver, which I haven't seen in a long time, which is really cool to see. Up against Clan. This is an interesting hand. I think it's okay because we can use these two to go for... We can use actually Elvish Spirit Guide Stage to go for Urborg. I guess we can Pedal and Spirit Guide into Urborg turn 1 and then have Dark Depths turn 2, so... Either way. Forest. Just a normal forest as well, that's interesting. Green Suns. This could be elves. I mean, a black land or a free mana just does it. Oh, it's Urborg. Nice. I am gonna pass here. I'm gonna see what they play. I could play around Wasteland if this is Maverick, but then I don't play around Caracas. But I have a feeling this is gonna be Elves, so I'm just gonna pass here with crop rotation up. Nice, okay, it is going to be elves. That's great for us. I mean, if my opponent can muster up a turn 2 win, then all power to them, but we're looking pretty good here in a deck that doesn't have main deck Wasteland or Krakus or any flyers, in fact. No real life gain either. Visionary's fine. Alright. Spirit Guide, corrupt this. Let's go and get Dark Depths. It's pretty nice. It's a turn 2 win. Nice. Alright. Elves is interesting. I think it's some number of Fluster, some number of Decay. Quickly have a look. 2 Decay, 2 Fluster, Outbog, and 3 Natural Order. Nice. Well, that's pretty easy. This has one piece of the combo in Dark Depths. It has some interaction with Flusterstorm, but otherwise a pretty rough hand. So I'm going to mulligan this. 2 mana heavy. Yeah. This is pretty good. This is another turn 2, because we can go turn 1 Hex Mage and then we have Spirit Guide Crop. So I'm going to keep this. In a bottom 1 Confluence. That's fine. Do we draw into a Petal? Petal would be insane here, because then I get to Wasteland as well. Scrying. Alright. I am going to play around Assassin's Trophy here, and also Abrupt Decay on Hex Mage, so I am just going to go for it now. But I won't play around Crop Rotation into Caracas. This plays around cards that I believe would be in the deck. And unfortunately it just loses to Crop Rotation, but I'm more than happy for that. Because I am playing around what I think you should play around. This is fine. Wow, turn 2, turn 2. That's a sweet way to end the stream. I'm really happy with that. So a huge thank you to you for coming in and watching. Depths has been really fun. I've really enjoyed this list. A huge congrats to Tom Hepp, who today, I believe, hit 50 trophies with the deck, which is pretty amazing. Not just a good player, but an all-round great guy. So to you, Tom, congrats. yeah, a huge achievement. Sadly, we can't get the same sort of results sometimes, but that is fine. A huge thank you again. If you do like this content, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is free. You'll get notifications when I go live. You can also sub to me or follow me on Twitch. I usually stream twice a week on Thursday nights at 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and then also on Sunday mornings around 10:30 a.m. But I am looking to add in a third stream somewhere, so keep your eyes out. Enjoy your weekends. An early Happy New Year's, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.